If you're looking for an alternative to Calendly with deeper integration capabilities, Fillout just released a free, powerful scheduling tool that integrates seamlessly with your forms. No more juggling calendars or paying for expensive tools. Check it out. Welcome back to the channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Zach Stevenson. I'm a business process and no-code consultant. If you need help streamlining or automating any of your business processes, you can visit our website, interdevsolutions.com, or you can click the link in the description below to book a free consult. If you're not familiar with Fillout, you can get started for free with Fillout using a link in the description below. Fillout is an advanced form builder. It's fairly easy to use, it integrates with a lot of different tools. They do a great job adding new features. They just released a scheduling option, so it's a great alternative to Calendly and some of the other scheduling options that is out there. Make sure you check this out. In this video, I'm going to dive into how to use the scheduling feature. It integrates with Google Calendar and plenty of other tools like Airtable and SmartSuite as well. So check this one out. This is the Fillout homepage here. You can see they've just released the Fillout scheduling tool. It integrates with HubSpot and Airtable, Notion, Salesforce, SmartSuite, Google Sheets, and plenty of other integrations as well. Jumping into the actual tool, once you log into Fillout, you have your forms and there is the scheduling option now up here as well. Go in, schedule a form. We can do meet with Zach and you can select your amount of time from 15 to 60 minutes or select a custom time. I will just do 30 minutes from now. You can do your meeting location, whether that's Zoom, Google Meet, any of these other options or a custom option as well. Continue, name your form. I will just do meet with Zach demo. So it gives us our calendar and some of the details here on the left side. And then over here, if we want to change the title, we could do book a call with Zach. Also change our event duration over here, change our meeting location. If we need to change that, we can add a description. We hit done. It will show it in line right there. We can change our availability. So I can edit my working hours by clicking this button and toggling it on and off, adding the different times. So let's say I'm available 9 to 5, and then I'm also available from 6 until 9 or something along those lines. You can limit the future bookings. If I toggle this on, I can say people can only book with me 10 days into the future or within a specific date range. If this is a limited time availability, let's say from May 1st to May 10th, I could select those options as well. And the calendar will only be available for people to book in between those time frames. Here is the minimum notice required. If I toggle this on, I can add here, currently it's defaults to 4 hours notice. If it's 12 p.m., people can't book with me until 4 p.m. I could change that to 24 hours if I would want a day ahead of time notice. Then there's this buffer time. We have the before event and after event. After the event, let's say we don't want other people to be able to book some time with us immediately after. We could add like a 15-minute buffer or a 30-minute buffer, something along those lines. And then the last thing down on this left side for the options and settings is the respondent email, respondent name, and then the title text that gets logged on our calendar. The respondent email, once the user, and I'll show you what this looks like, goes into preview, I'll select 3:30. And when I hit the time, it's going to ask for my name and email. But let's say I had a form set up just before this, I could bring that information into this spot automatically. I will show you what that looks like here in a moment. And same thing with the respondent name. So that's both the email and the name. Then here's a Google Calendar event title. We could make this dynamic as well. This is just a simple book call with Zach. So we could just do Zach / and bring in the name of the user that logged the time with me. Now it would be Zach / full name of the user that just booked the time. And then the start time increments is an option here as well in 15, 30, and 60-minute increments. That will allow the user to book at 3 or 3:15 or 3:30 and so on. If I click this confirmation, by default, there is this scheduling details that will pop up here. You can toggle that on and off. You can add some additional text. And then like our standard Fillout forms, as we all know, we have all of these other options as well. on the left side, we could direct them to a new form or redirect them to another website entirely. I'm going to go back a couple steps here. Just before the scheduling option, what I want to do is I want to create a form. I will just use this page by default, and I will bring in a short answer is fine, maybe an email, and I will bring in a long text as well, or long answer. Name, toggle this on to be required, and email, again, I want that to be required. And here is how can we help, and I will make that required as well. Once the user hits submit, and you want to make sure that the page, or this page here, the form, is on the left side of the schedule down here, because then we'll be able to use some of the information that they log here. So back over to schedule, I'll click advanced, and in the respondent email, this reference, I'll use this page option that we just created, and I will bring in the email that they entered on the previous page. Same thing with the name. We can do that as well, bring in the name. So that now, instead of the user submitting their name and email on the front page or first page and entering it here, it will just dynamically bring it across for us. I'll show you what that looks like. Next, select a time, 3:30, and we can see here by default, it's entered in our details. If I hit schedule event, it will automatically get logged to my calendar, and an email will be sent to the person submitting the schedule or the appointment. As I mentioned, you can also integrate this with your SmartSuite or Airtable databases, as we know them. So right here, it's already integrated with our calendar for us. If I go in and click edit, here it's already integrated with our Google Calendar for us, but we could also log some of this data to Google Sheets, Slack, SmartSuite, really any app that shows up here. For example, I'll just go in and log it into SmartSuite. I'll just pick my demos account, and I will use the CRM that I have already created. I'll log it into contacts, and we'll just do create new record is fine. Now I'll flip back to edit. I will make sure to connect this to the full name in SmartSuite, connect the email to the email field, and it looks like I do not have a long text option in here, which is fine. Something else that I could do is within the solution here, here's my contacts. I could add a link or a URL. And again, you can connect this with Airtable or any other database software as well. And I'll just do meeting link, add that. If I go back into integrations and select the meeting link field I just created, I can pass in from the schedule the event URL once it's been booked. That's just the basics to get started with the new Fillout scheduling tool. That being said, there's a lot more to come. I know they have round robin scheduling coming. They have more email reminder settings coming, and I'm sure that they have plenty more in the roadmap as well. There's so many more things that you can do with the various integrations. Could be here all day showing you all the different options and configurations. Depending on your needs, this is probably going to be a great option to move away from the expensive Calendlys and other scheduling tools and softwares out there, because there's a lot that you can do with just this tool for free or already baked into the account that you already have with Fillout. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for more tutorials in the future.